This is Roy the Kick Legend. Today we're going to bring you Lop sao cycle and Jut Sao cycle. So welcome to Kick Legend, where I help you athleticize art and put art into your fight here at Dallo Martial Arts once again, Sifu Jay Dallo. And we're fortunate enough that he will be hosting Sifu Francis Fong coming shortly. I'll put the links in the video description below. As my friend Joe puts it, Francis Fong is the closest you're going to see to someone who can do mystical Chinese stuff and who's actually also good at, for lack of a better word, fighting. Right? Because, from Toronto, I've seen a lot of mystical Chinese stuff. Not a lot of people who could do as much as Sifu Fong does in terms of, the Muay Thai, the Kali, and everything else. Very broad education, and he makes Wing Chun kind of his fundamental understanding, or the filter that he sees all of it through. I think it's fair to say you do that as well, right? That's a huge influence on you.
Yes, sir, yeah.
So we're going to do a short video on some basics that we'll likely cover in the seminar. If not exactly this, something very similar, and hopefully it'll help you get more out of it. And yeah.
All right, I'll take it away.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, very good intro, Roy. That's exactly right. Sifu Fong uses Wing Chun as sort of his filter, and it's the base of everything that he does. As he continues to show respect for all the arts, which is beautiful these days. I do the same thing. Wing Chun is very, very important to me, and the fundamentals of it kind of carry on through the other arts, whether I'm doing French boxing, Muay Thai, the Filipino martial arts, and things like that. For our seminar that's coming up October 7th and 8th, Sifu Fong likes to use the fundamentals of, let's say, for example, the first form, Sinum Tao, little imagination. He'll use the form, so we'll do the form, and then he'll apply pieces of it with partner drills. So let me show you just a couple. They're very technical, not too flashy, but they do help with sensitivity. This is a good one that you can, I think, benefit more from when you have a partner and you're just doing it. So we'll get started right away. So I'm here with Roy. I'm just going to measure off. I'm going to make sure that I can reach Roy and Roy can reach me. Right? So we're going to get into our position just from here. Now, let's say for benefit of the camera, we'll go my right hand for this one. I'll be in position. I'm going to work on my Lop sao, my pulling hand. Roy is going to work on relaxing as I pull him. Then we come back to reference position, and Roy's going to do his own. And that's the kind of basic position. Once you get moving, it looks more like this. And you just keep flowing. You just flow. All right. So that's the Lop sao cycle, working on sensitivity in this range, because it's hard to only trust your eyes when you're this close. This range we call the reactionary gap, where if I were to move, his eyes wouldn't register to his brain quick enough to perform a response. That's why Wing Chun, because of the range, everything is sensitivity. So that's one. Number two, from here, we will switch right into what we call the Jut Sao cycle. Jut Sao means jerking hand. So if Roy, in this case, tried to strike to me, which would be his goal, I would use the sensitivity from feeling that energy and jerking it down. Then I would right away, because I have the line, return that same blow, but then he would feel that. So keeping in contact with my partner so I can continue to monitor, we do the Jut Sao cycle. All right? Now, I said this was going to come from forms. So again, in our form, the first thing that we did is Lop sao. So you'll see that in the form, what we often do is we'll do sao CHUN, and then we pull in. That's Lop sao. The second part is when we do the second section of the form, we'll go from here, we'll jut, and then we'll hit. So we're just applying what we do in our form with a partner. Just one sample.
Yeah, so make sure you get your reps in. So something you can bang out 100 of like that if you're just trying to get through it. Of course, I feel like the whole point of Wing Chun is a certain amount of precision. And so I recommend not blasting through it until you have, some reps to do it deliberately. Yeah. I think, as Jay says, in this range, when we play a lot of, whether that's clinch work or hubat or other games or just, anything that's simulating a live environment, it carries over into other ideas, right? So if you see something that's not Wing Chun-y coming at you, you still develop the attribute of sensitivity. So you might not necessarily know what the ideal theoretical response is if you don't have it in your memory banks,
Right.
but you still have the attribute to know you got to do something.
Yeah.
Right? And that gets you a long way.
That's a really good point because Guru Dan and Sifu David Hatch talk about using attributes and then principle-based, everything being principle-based. So if you understand the principles of the art that you're studying, you can apply it to different scenarios. If you understand center line, you can apply it. So using your attributes and then understanding martial art principally, you can apply those in a broad range of what you might be practicing at the time.
Yeah, so get your reps in. Hopefully this will help you have a more productive time at the seminar, and we'll see you October 7th and 8th.
Yeah.
This was Kick Legend. Keep your 10, elevate your striking.